Good morning, America. Summer Scorcher. The first weekend of the season with more than 100 million Americans facing dangerous and excessive heat across 18 states. Who's looking at record-breaking temperatures, how it's affecting travel, plus the advice on how to spot heat stroke and what to do about it.
Happy homecoming, the Oklahoma man who faced up to 12 years in prison in Turks and Caicos for having bullets in his luggage arriving back home. The emotional family reunion and the change that made it all possible.
Race for the White House, President Biden and Donald Trump preparing for the upcoming high-stakes debate in vastly different ways. Does either candidate have an edge?
Massive search for a 4-year-old boy who went missing on a camping trip. The large-scale effort to find him.
We had air support up, we had the helicopter flying, we have drones.
And the very happy reunion.
All tied up. They score! The Oilers with that historic night on the ice. Tying the Panthers at 3 games apiece in the Stanley Cup Final.
They haven't stopped believing.
Setting up a winner-take-all showdown.
And swift takeover.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
Taylor Mania sweeps London. Travis cheers her on. Prince William takes the kids as London becomes enchanted with a pop princess from across the pond.
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
And Good Morning America, so great to have you with us on a Saturday. We do have a busy weekend ahead of us here, including up in space, where Boeing Starliner crew got word of another delay in their return to Earth. We'll have the details on that just ahead.
Oh, we'll be waiting for that. And sadly, we have another mass shooting here in America to report, this time in a small town in Arkansas. At least 3 people killed, 10 others wounded. Authorities identifying their suspect overnight. We'll get to that in just a moment.
But we do begin here with that brutal heat over much of the country. Dangerously high temperatures due this weekend. ABC's Morgan Norwood is at New York's Rockaway Beach hoping for a morning breeze. Good morning, Morgan.
Hey, good morning to you, Gio. Already starting to feel that morning breeze, but you're right, that life-threatening heat is really blanketing much of the country, and many Americans are going to be seeking relief, looking for drastically cooler waters, in some cases by double digits.
This morning, more than 110 million Americans facing a weekend of dangerous and excessive heat. From Indiana to Pittsburgh, feels like temperatures could reach up to 105 degrees. The blistering heat across the eastern seaboard creating potentially life-threatening conditions for those outdoors for prolonged periods. In Tucson, Arizona, shipping containers repurposed as cooling centers.
They don't have somewhere where they can escape the sweltering heat, the intense sun.
And in Pennsylvania, tenants baking indoors, dealing with no air conditioning.
It's been like torture in here.
Miserably
hot. It's miserably hot.
The heat also wreaking havoc on travel. In New York City, rail service suspended for hours for a second day after a train got stuck in the tunnel, triggering cancellations and delays.
I don't know how long this is going to continue. It's just horrible.
And the dangerous heat wave already taking a toll. ER visits in New York and New Jersey up 800% just this week.
So again, the experts recommend that you really heed these heat warnings. Use your sunscreen, limit time outdoors, watch out for little ones, and of course, know the signs of heat-related illness or stroke. Gio?
And Morgan, I know that you're also following the story of these missing teens at a nearby beach. What's going on?
Yeah, Gio, a really concerning situation here as many look to beat the heat. Experts also warn that you keep in mind the water safety aspect as well. This morning, rescue crews will be back on the waters not too far from here off of Jacob Riis Park. That is where 2 teens went missing yesterday afternoon. Again, crews will be returning to the water today. But again, they urge folks, if you're looking to beat the heat, also be mindful of water safety as well. Gio.
You got to be very, very careful. All right, Morgan, thank you so much. Janae?
All right, and now let's take a closer look at the dangerous heat wave with meteorologist Greg Dutra from our ABC station WLS in Chicago. But he is joining us here in New York. Greg, I hope you're going to shout out DeKalb, Illinois out there as you're talking about all this heat.
I was just going to say DeKalb sends its greatest regards to the fellow Barb that's in studio. So I-95 bakes today. We're talking 4 out of 4 on the scale that we use to measure extreme heat, prolonged heat too. This stretches all the way from New York. We've been dealing with this for days now, to Philadelphia and all the way down to D.C. This, as the large area of high pressure, the heat dome that we've been talking about, it actually retrogrades back to the south and hangs around even longer. Usually weather moving from west to east. This one's moving a bit backwards for us, and it keeps the heat around. So near records in the boxes, like Philly at 98 degrees, Washington at 100, and mind you, these are air temperatures, not heat indices. You add in the humidity, and New York to Philly, all the way down to Washington, D.C., talking about 105 to 110. And this is coast-to-coast stuff, too. All the way out to the West Coast, heat advisory is up and down the California Valley, where those temperatures could also reach up to 110, or even like Palm Springs, 114 degrees today. Back over to you, Wet.
And we've still got a ways to go. All right, Greg, we'll check back with you in just a bit. This morning, police are trying to understand why a man opened fire at a grocery store in Arkansas, the latest sign of a deadly mass shooting in America. This morning, a small Arkansas town reeling after a deadly mass shooting at a supermarket.
We are live here at Mad Butcher in Fordyce, and there is a shooting going on.
At least 3 killed and 10 wounded, including 2 police officers, according to authorities. Overnight, officials also identifying the suspect as 44-year-old Eugene Posey, charged with 3 counts of capital murder with additional charges pending.
There's somebody lying in the parking lot, shot.
Witnesses capturing the terrifying moments as the shooting unfolded around 11:30 a.m. Friday morning at the Mad Butcher supermarket in Fordyce, more than an hour south of Little Rock. Police and rescue personnel scrambling to the scene. 2 police officers shot, as well as the suspect, none with life-threatening injuries.
We had 11 civilian shots. 3 of those are deceased, and we do have some that are critical.
Amaya Doherty was in a car outside the store when she heard the gunshots.
I heard like boom, boom, brrr, and then I looked and I thought it was fireworks. Then I seen a man, he had, I think it was an AK, he had rounds and he was just shooting, like he was shooting. And I locked the door and I got real low.
Now, another community grieving as police work to understand what motivated this deadly attack.
This is something scary, this is something new, like for all of us. So when I come to Mad Butcher to get some lunch, I'm coming to get some lunch, not to be worried about our lives.
And Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders is crediting the quick and heroic actions by law enforcement and first responders for saving lives. Gio?
Just incredible. All right, Whit, thank you. Now to the race for the White House and the countdown to the first presidential debate of 2024. With just 5 days to go, we are learning more about how President Biden and former President Trump are getting ready. And White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks is here on set with us and joining us with this info. Good morning to you, Mary Alice.
Yeah, Gio, good morning. President Biden is already hunkered down there at Camp David with his closest advisors, starting to prep and get ready to face off against Donald Trump. The first presidential debate, like you said, just 5 days away. Now, we're told the president's former chief of staff, Ron Klain, is leading his debate prep, which is expected to include full 90-minute mock debates. Trump team says their prep is a little less formal, but that the former president has been holding policy discussions with top aides and allies. They've been talking about how to respond if he gets asked about his promise to pardon January 6 rioters or his legal troubles. Now, we know he's been getting advice from Senators J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio, who are both on his short list as possible running mates. Now, this weekend, Trump is in D.C. for a political event and then has a rally in Philadelphia tonight. And, of course, we know this debate will look different than what we've seen in the past. No studio audience. The candidates' mics will only be turned on when it's their turn to speak. So, in theory, a lot less of a shouting match. The Biden team hopes that that means the conversation will actually be centered more on policy. They think that plays to their advantage, though they do expect Trump to be a little bit more disciplined than he has been on the stump. Now, it's interesting. They won a coin toss, so the president chose to be on the right side of your television screen. You can look forward to that. But Trump will get the last word in closing arguments. Gio.
So many expected to watch. All right, Mary Alice, thank you. And Thursday night, right here on ABC, watch the CNN presidential debate simulcast. It all starts at 8 p.m. Eastern with the ABC News special Race for the White House with David Muir and the ABC News political team. That is Thursday night right here on ABC. Janae.
All right, a big deal there. And reunited overnight, an American man back home in the arms of his family, released with a fine after facing charges and possible prison time for bringing ammunition into Turks and Caicos. ABC's Melissa Don has more on his return after his arrest more than 2 months ago. Melissa, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Janae. So this was a reunion weeks in the making. Now, Ryan Watson is among 5 Americans who've been detained in Turks and Caicos after officials found ammunition in their bags. But this new change in the law is leading to hope for those who are still detained on the Caribbean island. This morning, the emotional reunion Ryan Watson says he's been praying for. The Oklahoma father of 2 is seeing his family for the first time in 70 days after his detainment in Turks and Caicos.
I'm so incredibly blessed. The amount of just friends and family and strangers that have responded to us.
In April, Ryan and his wife Valerie attempted to journey home from vacation on the Caribbean island when they were stopped by airport officials. Ryan carrying 4 bullets in his carry-on bag that he says he unknowingly had. Initially facing a mandatory minimum sentence of 12 years behind bars.
It's still nerve-wracking, right? Regardless of how those outcomes were, there's still a lot at stake.
Until just last week, a new amendment to Turks and Caicos firearms law passed, giving the judge discretion to impose either a custodial sentence, a fine, or both. On Friday, the Watsons walking into court hand in hand to learn his fate. The judge citing exceptional circumstances, sentencing Ryan to a $2,000 fine, but with no jail time, paving the way for him to travel home.
Feeling great. So happy that the judge took a holistic approach.
Ryan met by friends, family, and Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt upon landing, grateful to be returning to normal life, seen here embracing his 2 young children.
And I prayed about this in a pretty dark place. And to see that this has been answered, I'm so grateful.
Well, now there are still 2 more Americans awaiting their sentencing, but at this point they must be feeling pretty optimistic following this new amendment in the law and really seeing how these last few cases have played out. Gio?
What a moment that was for him. All right, Melissa, thank you so much. And we're turning now to a new delay for the return of Boeing's Starliner spacecraft. It blasted off, as you know, 2 weeks ago on its first crewed test mission to the International Space Station. But its return is now being postponed for a 4th time. NASA says it wants more time to review test data after helium leaks and thruster issues. NASA is now hoping for a return to Earth sometime in July, but says its scientists will take their time and let data drive the decision. What?
All right, Gio, and back here on Earth, record numbers of Americans are expected to take to the roads and the skies this July 4th weekend, which is just around the corner. ABC's Alexis Christoforous is here now with a preview and tips for a safe and seamless trip. Alexis, good morning.
Good morning to you, Whit. More Americans are taking extended trips around the July 4th holiday, and that means the roads and skies will be busier than ever. AAA expects a record 60.6 million people will travel by car, about 3 million more than last year. Air travel is also expected to set a new record, with more than 5.7 million people projected to fly to their July 4th destinations, up 7% from a year ago, and that's thanks in part to lower airfares. According to Hopper, domestic airfare is down 18% to $263, while airfare to Europe down 37% from a year ago at $900. The most popular domestic destinations, Seattle, Orlando, Anchorage, Honolulu, and Miami, while the top international spots are Vancouver, London, Rome, Dublin, and Paris. Now, to save some time and money, experts recommend checking your tire inflation before hitting the road to save on gas. And if you're flying, try to catch the first flight out to get you to your destination sooner and help avoid those delays. Whit?
All right, that Honolulu trip has my name on it. But Alexis, what more do we know about this looming flight attendant strike at American Airlines? Any closer to a deal?
Well, unfortunately, what contract talks ended Thursday with no agreement. Now both sides are preparing for a potential strike. But any walkout would likely be at least 90 days away because President Biden could stall any strike. American Airlines says it looks forward to continuing negotiations.
Okay, we will watch that, Alexis. Thank you. Janae?
All right, well, now to the Stanley Cup. Of course, I'm your girl to talk about it. The Oilers, forcing Game 7 after beating the Panthers last night to even the series at 3 games each. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details from Edmonton, Canada. Quite the assignment. Andrew, let us know what's going on.
Hey, good morning, Janae. You know, the Stanley Cup was here in this building, there for the taking last night for Florida. But after a wild Game 6, it's now do or die. This morning, the Oilers are celebrating their historic night on the ice.
They haven't stopped believing.
Overnight, Edmonton becoming the first team in almost 80 years to bounce back from a 3-0 deficit in the Stanley Cup Final.
And this series gets dragged back to South Florida for a winner-take-all Stanley Cup Final Game 7.
On the brink of elimination, the Oilers headed into Game 6 after securing 2 must-win games in the previous 2 matchups. And last night, Edmonton set the tone right away, with Warren Foegele scoring big in the first period.
Down low, they score! Beautiful pass to Warren Foegele!
The Panthers would make things interesting early in the third period, cutting the deficit to 2 before a flurry of goals from Edmonton.
Here's an empty net for McLeod! 4-1 Edmonton! Another shot at the empty goal, and they score!
Sealing victory and denying Florida from hoisting the cup on their ice.
It was obviously tough, but we're excited to go home and play Game 7 at home and in front of our fans.
It was a quieter night on the score sheet for Edmonton star and 3-time league MVP Connor McDavid, but the Oilers have been at their best with their backs against the wall, scoring 18 goals when facing elimination this postseason, a new NHL record.
The crowd was unbelievable and getting it started, and but we were comfortable playing in these games.
The Oilers' improbable comeback now sets up that winner-take-all Game 7 showdown down in Sunrise, Florida. You can catch all the action right here on ABC Monday night. I know I, for one, can't wait.
Yes. Ooh, do or die. Has o muerte.
No. we were trying to translate in Spanish for some unknown reason.
That wasn't it?
It wasn't quite it.
I thought we, okay.
Muere. It was close.
Right?
Has o muere.
There we go. Well, good luck to
Gio.
everybody. Thank you, Andrew.